So I wanted to just illustrate for you guys and follow along with the progression that we're looking at for your capstone project and your write-up. So here's sort of the next phase that we're getting into for your work that you have for your topic. In this case, what I'm looking for is for you guys to be able to start filling in and adding in more references here. So this is what the student who worked on the potential for stem cell treatment for glaucoma generated for BMS 495. So title page, obviously. And then you'll notice this is different from what the proposal had. The proposal had some written text in there. Now we're de-emphasizing the written text, and we're getting more into just what is it that the references are that are telling us. How are we actually digging into and substantiating some of the key points that are being made from this work that's out there in the literature. And so she's breaking this up into a really nicely organized type of outline here, where we first have the biomedical science problem and definition. And so her major point here is glaucoma is a progressive and neurodegenerative disorder that ultimately leads to blindness and irreversible loss. And then she's looking for and identifying these different primary sources that are out there in the literature. So she's used the resources that she has over at through the library and so on to be able to help kind of to fill this in. And then and so she's putting in these key points here, glaucoma and some of these descriptions here, retinal ganglion cells can't regenerate or divide. And that has a different vibe and flavor than what we had in the proposal, which is more talking about that context. This is getting to the heart of what she's interested in, which is that stem cell rejuvenation and or potential for stem cell therapeutics and its application there. So she's got some input from there. This one I think actually came over from her proposal. And then here's another one that the stages of glaucoma and trying to be able to add more detail here if she was talking about the pre-diagnosis and end-stage disease of it. Then she's getting into, so that's part one, is that setting up that biomedical science problem definition. And then we get into the background and historical perspectives and the early history of it, and then and a natural history of it. And so each point that she's making and each topic that she has, she's adding in the reference and the source of the different topics. So it really helps her so that she'll be able to find it down the road. So part three, scope and significance of the problem, and then it's broken down into these different topics of estimated growth cases, number of people with it, aging population worldwide. And then part four here, this physiology, multifactorial pathogenesis of glaucoma, apoptosis, vascular insufficiency. So she still needs to find a reference here for apoptosis, but she's got a good one here for the vascular insufficiency. Damage from excess glutamate, nitric oxide, and then common tests that are used to be able to help clarify and define this type of problem here, including this the OCT method here, and the standard automated perimetry as a diagnostic and monitoring tool. And then contemporary perspectives that we have here. So current therapeutic advances and so on. So this continues, treatment, stem cells, potential for stem cell research, and then some personal perspectives that are in there. So the reference list is really large here. You've spent a lot of time in this first month of class pulling together these different types of references. You want to have them ready so that you're able to have this kind of work together. This is an important step for you to be able to help get you to the right spot so that you'll really have your paper together by the time you reach the end of the semester. Okay,